So as part of the SMS project, one of the things we're looking at is the Himalayan balsam all the way along the river corridor of the Elwy River. So we're here in October now. Most of the flowers have gone from the Himalayan balsam. There's a few left over, so I'm sure people are familiar with the pink flowers. They're great for pollinators, great for bees. The nectar is really rich in nectar for bees, but they are invasive plants, obviously from the Himalayas, brought over in the 1800s, and they are taking over a lot of our riverways and riparian areas throughout Wales now. Problems being is that they emerge early, so they shade out other plants. They can grow really tall, like this one here. They have quite a large leaf structure, so then they shade out everything underneath. And one of the big problems is if I just pull it out, so once you pull it out, it takes no effort to pull it out at all, and the root system is really shallow. So once these die back in the winter, there's no roots left over to hold that structure together, and it's just bare earth. The river floods and can wash away the earth, and erosion takes place wherever this is, and these will take over whole bank sides of the river, and then when they die off in winter, all that mud and silt is all washed away. So actually killing the plant is not hard. It's just a case of pulling it up or cutting it, or even, you know, we could spray it as well, and if that's hung up, then that will die as long as them roots are not still touching the ground. But one of the other problems is, and probably the main problem with it's re-invading downstream or being carried away in other means, is the seed pods. So if we look at the seed pods here, one plant can produce up to, I think it's 800 seeds. Them seeds land in the soil, they can stay in that soil for 3 years, they can still be viable for 3 years' time. And then the main problem is, when they're in the seed pods like this, anything, the wind or anything brushes along them, they'll explode. And they'll fire maybe 6-7 feet up in the air, and if the wind takes them as well, they can. And then the main problem, obviously, they're next to the rivers, because they'll go into the rivers and then seed all the way down the river then and re-invade different areas. So one of our partners with the Himalayan balsam project in the SMS is Aberystwyth University, the GEOM Project. So they were here last week, and their part of the project is to map the Himalayan balsam on the river and the whole catchment. So we're looking at doing short sections first to be able to to recognise the actual plant, so using artificial intelligence and filming from drones to be able to know the plants, recognise the flowers, recognise the leaf structure, and then in the future drones can be flown down river catchments and pick out the invasive species on there. So that work is ongoing at the moment with Aberystwyth University, and the hope is at the end of the project that will give a methodology then for people to go out with a drone and to be able to fly down a river, and you can send that through artificial intelligence in deep learning machines, and they can pick out all the invasive plants within that river catchment.